Alright guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to make a contact sheet using Adobe Bridge and Photoshop. Fortunately for you, it's actually quite simple. Let's say we want to make a contact sheet that has 36 images on it, which is pretty standard for when I ask for a contact sheet. That's probably what I'll ask you for. So I've got this folder here. It has 73 pictures in it, and I only want 36 of them to be on my contact sheet. And of course I'm here in Bridge looking at my pictures. So let's go through and just pick out the 36 that I'm going to use. Might be a little bit easier if I could see all of my images in this folder. That's not always a possibility. If you had 200 or 300 pictures in here, that's not really a reasonable thing. But since we only have about 70, I can expand this out a little bit so I can see a few more of my images here. And then I can also use this slider right here in the bottom right hand corner. I can move this over to the left to make my images a little bit smaller or a little bit bigger. I'm going to get these a little bit smaller, just about like that. Now I can see all 73 of them. And of course I have a ton of options for how I want to select the 36 that I'm going to use. I could go through and hold down Control and click on each one that I want to put on my contact sheet. Again, just holding down Control to do this if this is how you want to do it. If I only had 36 in here and I just wanted to select them, I could just click and drag and select them like that, or press Control A to select. You can do a mixture. You can click and drag and then also hold down Control and just click on the random ones you want. You can click on the first one you would like to use and then hold down Shift and click on the last one you would like to use. Honestly, this is the hardest part of the whole project. It's just figuring out how to select the 36 you want to use. If I look down here in the bottom left-hand corner, I currently have 33 selected. I need 3 more. I'm just going to hold down Control and click, click, and click. And there you go. I have 36 selected. So that's what you want to have. So take some time, get your setup so you have 36 images selected however you want to do it. And go ahead and press play when you're ready to move on. Okay, let's go on to stage 2 of this. We're going to come up to the top of the screen in Bridge, and we're going to go to Tools, Photoshop, and we're going to choose Contact Sheet 2. So let's click on this. And Photoshop's going to load up, and just right here, let's look at all of our options here. It's saying use Bridge, basically use the information I just sent you from Bridge. Just ignore that. Look down here, you want to be 8 by 10 by 300. This is all the default, so this is what it's going to be. Really, the only thing you need to change is right here, the columns. You need to change that from 5 to 6 because we're going to do 6 by 6. We want 36 images on our sheet, and 6 times 6 is 36. You got it. Very good. Everything else looks good. Let's go ahead and just press OK. Do not hit Save. Save will not actually make your contact sheet for you. So make sure you hit OK up here. And this is going to take a little bit. So I'm going to pause this and we'll come back when it's done. All right, this is done. That took about 3 minutes to do, so just kick back and relax while that's happening. And you can see it's made a little contact sheet of each one, just a little square showing me each image, so I can kind of just quickly browse through, see all your photos you took for the assignment, and see if you did a good job or not. It also included the image name, which is kind of handy. But what do we do with it now that we're done? Well, we need to save this up, so let's go to File, Save here in Photoshop. Control S is the keyboard shortcut for that. When we click on that, this box will pop up asking us where we want to save it. As always, we want to put everything in the photo drive, in your period folder, in your folder, and in the name of your assignment. So this is the Things I Like assignment. And so I'm going to just save it in here. You can see Photoshop wants to name it as Contact Sheet 001. That's fine with me. However, we have to change the Save As type. This Photoshop, we cannot upload Photoshop files to Flickr. So I'm going to click right here on Save As Type, change it from Photoshop to JPEG. Make sure you choose the first JPEG, not JPEG 2000 or JPEG Stereo. We want the one that's JPG, JPEG, or JPE. Those are the files we use most of the time in this class. So click on JPEG, and you can see all my other JPEGs showed up in this folder. Again, make sure the name is good. And it doesn't matter what you name it, it really only matters that you can find it and you know where you saved it at. So once I have that set, I'm going to go ahead and just click on Save. This box right here is going to pop up. I like to always change this number to 10. I believe the default is 8. So change that from 8 to 10 and then press OK. And just like that, we saved it up. We can now close this by clicking on this little X right here. Photoshop's going to ask if we want to save it again, and we're just going to hit No. We already saved it. We're good. And just like that, we're done with our contact sheet. If I go back to Bridge, when it's time to upload to Flickr, you can see here is my contact sheet right here. It's right there. And so when I edit my images, or when I upload my images, to Flickr, I can include this as well and turn that in as part of the assignment.